Elections into local government chairmanship and councillorship positions in Lagos State are set to take place on Saturday this week, July 12th, 2025. Preparations are in top gear among the participating political parties amid repeated assurances by the state government that the exercise will be held under peaceful conditions. Against the backdrop of serious violence witnessed in the state during the 2023 general election, major concern of opposition parties this time seems to be a repeat of same and a lack of level playing field for all the candidates. Lawyer and human rights activist Maxwell Opara joins us now to discuss the Lagos Council polls, what he terms the predictability of the outcome and how the Independent National Electoral Commission would handle the organization and outcome, as well as the relevant provisions of the Nigerian Constitution covering local government elections. Welcome to Newsday, Mr. Opara.
Good afternoon. It's my pleasure to be here once again.
Very good. So let's start off with these enlightenment campaigns by a party, barely 2 weeks to the polls, with little known about the contestants, for all those positions, whether councillorship or chairmanship. How's that impacting grassroots governance in Lagos, you think, when we are at this kind of polling stage?
Well, I want to start by saying that if you should ask me that any party in opposition in any particular state will go and participate, spend his time and money in an area council election of that state, he's just wasting his time and money. What do I mean? Just like all this public disturbance that are giving the good people of Lagos State in the name of election. If I should ask you, if they ask you the party that will win all the councillorship and the local government chairmanship election in Saturday, won't you say it? It's APC. Because its election is not election. That goes across all the 36 states of the federation, apart from FCT. Now, what is the problem? We have said that let us allow INEC to, we know that INEC is corrupt, in quote, but if INEC should be allowed to conduct election in 36 states of the federation, it will go a long way of reducing corruption. If you watch in FCT, I've been participating in politics in FCT since 1998. We have been having an area council election, and you discover that people's votes are being counted because of INEC is conducting the election. Now, just imagine where you allow someone like Wike now to appoint the FCT electoral person. You will now discover that the person automatically will, the party Wike is supporting as the minister will have the entire 6 area council and all the councillorship position. So, but if we allow INEC to conduct the election as we are witnessing, I'm not saying that it will eradicate electoral fraud. It will reduce it to the nearest minimum. So now that we have given the governors the power to appoint the state electoral commissioner, the power to control the entire state electoral structure, what do you expect? The governor will ensure that the entire council chairman and councillors are his own people, are his own stooges, so that he will be controlling the funds that are meant for the local government. That is just the naked truth.
Okay, that's your perspective, and thank you for sharing it. It's definitely a hard truth to swallow. But since you're saying that it would have been better, or it would have been less corrupt situation if INEC had handled it, and we're already, how many days, just about 2 days away from this very highly anticipated election. Are we looking at just this election, and what does this actually say about our democratic process in the near future if this is where we are based on what you're stating?
I have said it and I continue to say it. We don't have any democracy in the area council level. We don't have democracy there. We don't have the democracy there, and the president is not helping matters. Remember that the Attorney General approached the Supreme Court with originating processes, and the Supreme Court now gave orders, gave judgment, directing what's supposed to be done. Now, the implementation aspect of it becomes a problem. Even when the CBN directed the local governments that they should send their account so that the money will be given direct to them. But they cannot do it because they are the stooges. The governors put them there. They never participated in any campaign. They never campaigned. People never voted them. The governors just put them there. That is the problem we are having. And except to amend the legal framework vis-a-vis the Constitution and the Electoral Act and give the INEC the power to appoint and conduct area council election, we'll continue to be where we are. So that people will know. It's not when you look at one expired armed robber who is working in one motor park in the local government, simply because he rig and carry ballot paper and shoot for the governor. The governor will now impose such a person in the area council. You see somebody who cannot write his name, he will be disturbing the entire area council. The Igwes will be bound before them. That is the challenges we are having. Whereas we have credible people, those who are ready to lead. So there is no democracy in the local government, and there is no credibility in the area council election. There is no decency. People have lost confidence. Go to check what was happening in Lagos by Saturday. Except you are looking for where to go. No responsible persons that will go and waste his or her own time in a polling booth under the sun saying that you are casting. Casting what? They have listed the names. So don't be surprised that some people will still be on the line, and the Lagos State Independent Commissioner will start announcing the result, handed over to him by the governor. What are we talking about? That is the naked truth. Except we amend the legal framework, I said it, and allow INEC to control and organize the election. It will go a long way of removing that power from the governor and give that power to the people. Because when we get it right at the local government level, we are there. Imagine where a local government will receive over 300 million naira, 400 million naira every month, and nothing to show for it. The governors will just go to call one bureau de change man, give him the money, convert it, go to Dubai and acquire houses there. And nobody will even pay, nobody even care. Go to various local governments, see what we are talking about. So these are the things that we even thought that this is the only thing President Tinubu would have just do for us. You have gone to court, court has given order, and the CBN has arrested. As I speak to you now, you are still paying the money that is meant for local government to the governors, and nobody is talking about. And probably, instead of you to direct Attorney General to do the needful, you are concentrating in 2027. So that is the challenges we are having. There is absolute no democracy in the local government level. You can make an inquiry, carry out your investigative journalism, you confirm what I'm telling you.
Still talking about the issue of incumbency, as you've alluded to, and just before Saturday's polls, we're seeing last-minute palliatives being, imposed on dilapidated infrastructure. Roads are being patched, as it were, and a few solar street lights have been distributed here and there. So how would you interpret such actions, despite the fact that, okay, fine, these problems have been there for a long time. We have just barely a week to the polls, and we're still seeing this. Is that a lack of confidence, or just trying to curry the favor of the electorate?
That is, the more you look, the less you see. These politicians, I don't know whether they are thinking that we are imbecile. You see, we have said it time without number. That's why I'm even talking about this, what's this bill? This bill that EFCC is pushing, that you should come and explain your wealth bill, explanation of wealth bill, which EFCC are pushing to National Assembly, which I know that National Assembly, they will not. Because you can ask yourself, about a state receive about 5 billion naira. And you now check the workforce of that state. If you talk about the money that you're going to use to pay salary, it's not up to 1 billion naira. What are you doing with the remaining money? You will see somebody, a governor, you're moving with a Rolls Royce, bulletproof. You will see somebody who have not even done anything since 1999, and you have half of Abuja. and everyone is keeping quiet. Now, the point you are making is that they think that probably by buying rice, patching roads, doing palliative will convince people. Those people will just collect it now because they have weaponized our people. Yeah. They don't have option. I hear them say, I was in Imo State when they conducted the so-called election, area council election in Imo State. In my presence, the APC government there, they were buying voters card of people for 5,000 naira. In fact, one of them in my presence said, just complete my own 10,000 naira and take it for life. In my presence. So now all those people now, they don't have option. Whether you collect the 10,000 naira, they will still rig it. If you don't collect it, they will still rig it. So that is the challenges we are having. So if the National Assembly can enact the law, this issue of a week to the election, you are bringing rice, you are bringing maggi, you are trying to patch, all those ones, Nigerians will know ourselves. But the position there is that when the Nigerians are handicapped, whether you collect the 10,000, they will still rig the election. Whether you don't collect the 10,000, so they will just collect the 10,000 and allow it to go. Especially the poor ones in the rural areas.
Well, Mr. Maxwell Opara, we'd like to thank you for your insight here on Newsday, especially your call for the legal framework to be amended. It's worthy of noting and worthy of repeating. We'd like to thank you again for your time here on Newsday. Thank you.